Hello kids, I hope you're all studying well. We know for a fact on the 1st of December 2024 we have our CLAT examination. Now I know for a fact that you all must be thinking, what is so special about an NLU? Why should I take my admission in the National Law University over a private university? In today's session we'll be discussing about it in depth. Why should you choose NLU over private universities? A comparative, in-depth analysis. So let's get into it. The first introduction that I want to have with you all, the discussion about it. So basically NLUs are what? These are all elite law institutions that have been established by the state acts, by the government itself, and they are known for their top-notch legal education and high competitive standards. NLUs have their own aura, have their own brand value. Private law schools, on the other hand, have been growing rapidly, of course, but then there is a number, when you see that the number is not that great, as well as they are often well funded with modern infrastructure. That is another major concern. Similarly, NLUs are known for their rigorous academic standards and national recognition. So when I tell you this, nationally they have been recognized, and now not only nationally but as well as international recognition is higher. Now moving on, private universities have their advantages like better infrastructures and more flexibility, that is obvious, but at the same time when you choose between the two, impacts the quality of education, career prospectus and the overall student experience. Now to tell you this thing, rather a private university may not have a campus which is huge, which is probably acres and acres, but on the other hand the national law universities definitely do. So this is a basic overview, this is a basic analysis. Now moving on, firstly the historical reputation and the prestige. We know for a fact the old NLUs, the famous old NLUs, which being Bangalore, Hyderabad, are widely regarded as IITs for law. Now why do we compare it as IITs for law? Because of course IITs now have gotten their own brand value. Similarly, a status of that institution, National Law University Bangalore or the Hyderabad one, they are absolutely one of the finest law schools in India, and they are setting highest academic standards. Similarly, many NLUs were established with the aim of providing specialized and high quality legal education, which is contributing to their long-standing prestige, as I just mentioned. Similarly, now they being government established and are funded by the state government, NLUs tend to enjoy strong institutional support. Likewise, they ensure continuous improvement in academic standards and placement opportunities. So, since it has a government backing, a lot of faculties, a lot of academicians coming in from the legal fraternity, probably the ones practicing, or from judiciary, are directly associated to almost every national law university. Moving on, talking about entrance exam and admission process. Now we know for a fact that the national law universities have their common law admissions test, which is CLAT examination, which is a national level exam. It is highly competitive, and I know for a fact that you're all preparing for it. Now coming back to this, the admission is purely on the basis of merit, with seats allocated to the best performing candidates. If you fall in the best category, you get the seat. That is the simplest mathematics for this examination or for the NLU admission. Now talking about the private institution, the concern remains like there are a lot of institutions. Now I have definitely mentioned an example of OP Jindal, but apart from that there are multiple institutions which have their own private examination, be it Symbiosis, be it OP Jindal, be it NMIMS. They have examinations like LNAT, they have examination like SLAT, they have examinations like NMIMS LAT. So all of these exams, and there are multiple alternative selection process which can also include management quota. So when you say there can be more they can be more flexible, but at the same time less transparent and competitive in nature. So that is the difference. That is a major difference. Moving on, talking about the quality of faculty, we have highly qualified faculties and experienced faculties coming in from the coming in or probably teaching in the national law universities. Now talking about this, often consisting of top academics and legal professionals. As I just mentioned some time back, majority of the time, faculties, academicians, higher judiciary members are part of National Law University. Literally every National Law University, we have 26. I am sure that all the 26 of them have higher judiciary officials associated with each National Law University, which is the highest beauty of it. Now, talking about the next, faculty members are involved in active research and contribute to law reforms, adding real world insights to teaching. We have many such events talking about NLU Delhi, talking about NUJS, talking about NALSA, talking about NLU Bangalore. Faculties and the projects and the kind of submissions that they have done for law reforms in India is tremendous. Similarly, then talking about the private institutions, definitely they do have some good faculties, but the reputation and experience may not match with the academic or research driven focus which is found in NLUs, because definitely there is a mindset that will be shifted and changed from a government institution versus a private institution. Now coming to the next one, curriculum and academic rigor. Now talking about this, NLUs are definitely, the curriculum or the mindset is highly rigorous in nature, which is focused on both knowledge or the theoretical knowledge as well as the practical skills. There is a mandatory mindset or idea of internship opportunities and integrated into the curriculum. So every student who is a part of National Law University tends to do two kinds of internship, one being the summer one and the second being the winter course. So please try to see into this. Moving on, strong emphasis on research, mooting and debates. This is what makes your legal theory come into practical mindset or probably practically in the floor or on the floor. So it is very important for you to be a part of research projects, to be a part of mooting culture, as well as to participate in quite a lot of debates. A lot of NLUs encourage students to be a part of youth parliaments, to be a part of the legislative councils and assemblies during the ongoing sessions. So which is one of the finest beauty over here. Moving on, when we try to talk about private institutions, they may offer flexible curriculum. The level of academic rigor can vary, but at the same time, some private law schools focus more on extracurricular activities and lack in depth with the core subjects compared to the national law universities. So that is a major drawback. Now, talking about the cost and return of investment, which is a major concern in today's time, because we know for a fact that legal education is expensive. Now talking about this, affordable education due to government subsidies, which is true even if the minimal being from the domicile category as well. So whatever category you come from, you get some of the other subsidies. Then talking about this, lower tuition fees compared to private institutions or private universities, and high return of investment because of strong placements that tend to be there in top law firms, judiciary, academia and corporations. Similarly, talking about private institutions, they are much higher in fees. We know for a fact that there are so many law schools who charge 7x or 10x as compared to India's finest law school as well. So they are higher in fees, and the higher cost may not always guarantee better placement or opportunities. So even if the child is getting a placement into a top or tier 1 law firm, the concern is that will they earn that much to what they have invested during the time of their law school. So that is a major concern. Next being alumni network, which is a major concern again, because strong alumni network with successful professionals in top tier law firms as well as the judiciary, politics and international organization is what you actually get in National Law University. I've also mentioned an example over here. If you see, alumni of NLSIU, NALSAR and NUJS are highly influential in shaping the legal landscape in India. If you see, there are so many legal startups that have been started from the alumni of this institution or these National Law University. They play a major role as compared to the private law institution. Emerging alumni network but still developing compared to well-established network in the national law universities. So that is another major concern. Now coming to the next part, which is hostel and infrastructure facilities. The hostels here are government funded and have definitely affordable hostel with basic infrastructures. But at the same time, definitely they may lack some luxurious amenities of private universities, but they offer a close-knit student community, which is majorly important for your legal and overall development. As compared to private institution, they often boast superior infrastructure, high-end amenities, air-conditioned hostel and modern technology. But the question is, all of this cost, the facilities adds to the overall expenses, which is higher. So that is another major concern. See, you need to decide over the idea of comfort over need. So the want and need difference is what we have identified when it comes to NLUs and private institutions. Now talking about the next part, coming to the final conclusion of this, why should one choose NLU? Definitely because of the academic rigor, affordability, strong faculty, government backing and superior placements. Every national law university have the finest placement in India as compared to a private law institution. So that is another major concern. So NLUs are best suited for students who want to pursue a legal career with a strong foundation and are ready to work hard to excel in this competitive environment. So it is very important for you to choose the right path for your upcoming law journey. Coming to the last part of the video, I request you all to not only like, share and subscribe to the channel, but also drop it in the comment section some of the questions that you may potentially have about all the national law universities across this India, and I'll be happy to help you out with that. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and all the best.